Alright. First of all,
Okay.
first of all, I just want to say thanks for everybody for coming. This is amazing. I'm just glad that we're all together, and I think it's been a long time for seeing Shumi and Leanna. We're just really excited. I wanted to talk about Bangladesh. It's a really short presentation, so it's only like 5 slides, but I tried to pack as much as I could into it. This is a presentation that's really geared towards like really practical advice. So one of the things I think you asked me about is, when I was thinking about the idea of putting together a PowerPoint, like making it really detailed and practical with like, say that we all wanted to go, because this last trip, it was just kind of the grandparents and me. It was an amazing experience. I got to see them like interact as siblings and just kind of be in their own element back in their home country, which I can't express to you how much that meant to me. And I know you all, I was there, but it was like a whole different experience, and especially as somebody representing sort of the second generation. I wanted to make something where if we all decided to go one day, and I put it for 2028 when Ava will be 5 years old. So at least she'll remember something if she goes. Yeah, so I wanted to just kind of, I jotted down a bunch of notes from when I was in Bangladesh, and I just kind of put it together in this little PowerPoint. So this is our beautiful model here. I don't know where we are actually. I don't know where we are. Is it Moinamoti?
Kumilla.
Oh, it's in Kumilla, yeah. Was that the Buddhist?
Yeah, Buddhist, Buddhist.
Monastery. Yeah, there was like a Buddhist monastery we went to. Apparently Bangladesh was like, there was like a lot of Buddhist temples there for like a couple hundred years, and then they, that empire disappeared, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, we saw like ruins and stuff. But okay, let's get started. Okay. So this is a timeline of our trip. It was amazing. I have to really give a big thank you to Nihar because he made such a tight itinerary. We were on time, which nobody's ever on time, and somehow we remained on time and got to do all of these things. So we started from the US, we were in Dhaka for New Year's, we went to Gofara and saw Dadu's house for the last time. So as many of you know, it's been sold, and so there's a new owner. So we got to see it for the last time. And we got to be on a train for a couple of days while we went to India. We got to see our Onumamuni, which was amazing because I've only seen her like a couple times in my life, and she's dealing with a lot of different memory issues right now, but it was really good to see her. And there were times where she really like started to remember and like really opened up, which was really heartwarming to see. We got to see our Boromama in Jalpaiguri as well, so they were just like maybe an hour or so away from each other. But and then we went to Moinak, and in Moinak in India, we actually had like a huge family reunion. It was almost like a conference. We rented out this conference room. There was like 50 of us, maybe 55 of us, like from all different parts, and it was just like crazy to see like everybody, cousins, spouses, kids, uncles, aunts. There's like huge extended family. So like if we ever go, there's a lot of people who are trying to support us. So we rented out this conference center. So and then what was really cool is that Nihar was able to fit in, like, we saw family, but we also got to like tour the area and see things that people don't see usually when they're on a tour. So we went to Darjeeling. We saw basically the foothills of the Himalayas. We saw the tea gardens. That was amazing. We almost froze to death in a hotel. They didn't have heat. We didn't know. It was a whole thing, but we survived. And then we went to, actually I think we came back to Dhaka just as on the train as well. And then we went to Sylhet, and that was amazing for Niju, and Tisha isn't here, but to see, because I was just tagged along, as kind of like a adjacent family member, but not like main family member. And to see that, like the welcoming, they printed out all of our pictures.
Yeah.
They had them set up in this huge display. Like they had pictures of me, and I was like, what? I'm barely here. But it was like, they were like, oh, and then there was like flowers coming down from the rooftop. It was like, there was music. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Anyways, it was a very grand welcoming. So that was amazing. And then we went back to Dhaka, and I think we had it was like a party in a restaurant with Atahar uncle. And then we finally went down to the south of Bangladesh with the mangrove forest and the Sundarbans. That's where like actual wild tigers still live today. There's only like 200 of them, so we didn't see them, but the Royal Bengal tiger is from there. So we got to see like the mangrove forest and tour around there too. So this is an amazing, amazing trip. Finally went back to Dhaka and then we went home, but this was like a month ago. So kind of what to expect in this PowerPoint. We're not going to go through all the stories because that's like a lot, but I want it to be really down to earth and practical. So what to expect, things to do before you go, what to bring, what to wear, what to eat, what to keep in mind, and that's it. If you have any questions, if you have anything to add, just let me know. But I'm trying to get us ready, guys. We gotta go. 5 years. Countdown, okay?
We will.
All right. What to expect? Pros. I got a haircut for $1. This usually takes $70. Just a haircut here. Like this. $1, amazing.
You got in $1?
It was, yeah, try.
When I was there, which was a long time ago, I got a haircut, a face massage, and a back massage for less than $1.
Dang! It wasn't inflation. It's probably inflation. But
It's inflation.
yes, it's inflation. But
It's the inflation.
dang, are you serious?
Wow.
Okay, that's wild. Yeah, no, so everything is really cheap there. The clothes are more expensive than I thought, but they're still a third of the price, which is cool. The roads, the streets. You probably remember the streets. They're crazy, but they're actually a lot better than before. There's like highways, they're paved. Even in Gofragat, they're paved. It's amazing. Traveling by a large coach bus is like a thing that people do. It actually saved us a lot of time. It was like air conditioned, there was Wi-Fi. They drove really fast. It was kind of like a China bus. But, you know, so I was a little afraid of my life, but I was like, it's fine. We survived again. The cities are also really modernized now. So like in Dhaka, they like follow traffic lights. Like we stopped and I was like, why are we stopping? And they was like, there's a light. And I was like, what? There's a light? We're stopping at a light? That's
We get a
crazy.
police ticket, don't even
Yeah.
speeding ticket.
Yeah.
You have to mention this.
No, we actually almost got a speeding ticket.
No, we already got one during the
yeah,
Kumilla
yeah.
trip.
We got a speeding ticket and then somehow we got out of it because
No, not did get out. He paid. He paid $2,500. He paid 2,500 taka. 2,500 taka. Yeah. Yes. No, not dollar. Yeah. Taka.
but still, but that's like a lot of taka. But
Hello.
it's like $25.
Like 30,
But he can pay it like right there.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
No,
But we-
no,
but
you have to online. You have to online.
Yeah. The surprising thing was that we got pulled over for a speeding ticket. Like, we were like, why are we getting pulled over? And it was like a whole drama. But anyways, cons. It's still really dusty. Dusty. There's just dust everywhere. I don't know, climate change or the same climate, I don't know. Trash still is everywhere. It's fine.
It's common.
It's common. Less.
Less, yeah.
But it's still there. The beds are hard, which I forgot about. Do you remember sleeping on this the bed?
Good for your back.
Yeah, but I forgot that, and so it's hard. So remember that. Also remember the showers are with the little mug.
Yeah.
And it's true. You know, I like remember that, but you know, and there's still like not a lot of seat belts.
Oh, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
You know, so it's still very like
Seatbelt.
seat belts are still not quite there yet. So it's very off road.
Should the driver take or
Yeah. The driver has a seatbelt and nobody else has a seatbelt.
What?
I don't think. The driver can only is the only one that matters, I guess.
We went in the bus or a coach, we went to Gofragat. There was seat.
There were seatbelts in some vehicles, but not all vehicles. And not
Yeah, right.
Okay. Before you go, here's some tips for before you go, because I wish that I had known some of this stuff before, because we were kind of like, we were getting everything together for a couple months, but then at the end it was a little bit of a rush. But I would say sleep on a hard surface. This affected me more than anybody else, I think, because I just wasn't used to it. But I would probably have practiced like sleeping on some type of hard surface for a month before, and I feel like that would have like, yeah, no, it would have helped, to get used to it, because you can't lie on your side.
Practice over
Bring it
there.
Yeah,
up.
just practice it. Just, I don't know, make a bet on the floor, but
That's what I do.
try that a couple times.
Pillows of California.
Phones and cameras, definitely get like a travel plan, or even better, like a hotspot plan. Kira and Mama had a hotspot, which really saved us a couple times. I don't think we all had a hotspot. Only Kira and Mama did. Right?
We had, I
You
had
a hotspot?
extended.
I guess I didn't have a hotspot, but getting a phone with at least 128 gigs, like if you haven't upgraded your phone, upgrade it before you leave. And make sure you have like the best camera on your phone available to you. Because I just had the phones that I currently have and they weren't the best, and so I wish that I had like.
My camera was okay.
Yeah, your camera was good. Kira Mama's was pretty good.
Mine
But-
good, but I did not take too much.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So we had variable, but I would say just try to upgrade before you go. And then future planning, call your banks and credit cards. Make sure you tell them like what countries you're traveling to and through. And this was kind of important, especially for everybody who has children. If you don't, like me,
Nila
it doesn't
খুব কাজে লাগছে
really
ক্রেডিট
matter.
কার্ডটা শ্রীমঙ্গলে
Yes,
Yes.
yes, because
I remember
everybody ran out of cash, and for some
ঢাকাও
reason
না,
my
সে
credit card was the only one that
শ্রীমঙ্গল।
worked. So I was like, here guys, here's
Yeah.
my money.
শ্রীমঙ্গলে মার্কেটে একটা
Yeah,
মানে
that's true. Yeah. But
ক্রেডিট কার্ড দেও গিফট কিনছে
just, yeah, I don't know, but just make sure you call them. Make sure you let them know. And write a will before you leave. Now, we did that just because if you're going on a long trip, very far away, we don't really know what's going to happen. It's just important. If you guys haven't done that, I encourage you as a physician to, everybody should do that. Advanced direction. all this
Will.
Yeah. No, it's especially if you have kids.
No, that's true.
Because the thing is, like,
They
for
can-
instance, I don't have children, so whatever happens to my property, it doesn't really matter.
Yes.
But for anybody who has kids, which is pretty much everybody else,
Yes.
just write something down. Okay, just do that.
এটা
before you leave.
অটোমেটিক হয় না
No, no.
There
yes.
is, in every state, there is a line of succession if you die without a will. However, the question is, do you want it to follow whatever line, and if there's certain things you wish you would have given here and there, otherwise the state may take some of it. It's a lot.
ঝামেলার মধ্যে পড়া।
Yeah, so it's easier to just write something
Yes.
down, have it done,
Yeah.
done, gone, and then you just go on your trip,
Mhm.
Also, write out a list of names and cards for all the family members you think you're going to visit and gifts. You don't have to, now I'm going to get to this in the next slide, but you don't actually have to buy the gifts here, because in Bangladesh, first of all, a lot of our clothes already come from Bangladesh. Okay, like they're literally on the tags, it's like from Bangladesh. So they have it there for cheaper. You can get it there for cheaper. You can buy gifts there that people are actually going to use. They have all the soap, shampoos, chocolate, whatever. They have it all there. It's a modern place, So there's nothing that we're going to bring from America that's like something they don't have anymore. So that's why just go get it there, and plus you don't want to be carrying all of that stuff with you, because it's going to add weight and you're going to have to pay for that weight when you go over. But just make a list of names, and at least bring the cards, if you want to write a card. Communication and memory sharing, make sure you make a group WhatsApp with links to the itinerary, PDF, like whatever the group is doing, group description. A shared Google Photos album, that's something that we had. You guys are all shared on that. I think I sent a lot of emails, but I've tried to add like everybody to it. So check your emails and stuff, because, and Zara, you too, because I think you're on it too. But make a Google Photos album, and then the other thing to have is to have a physical copy, like just a printed out copy of the itinerary when you travel, because you never know when your phones are going to die and stuff like that. So, oops, we're going too fast. Okay. And then hair judging. Listen, a lot of this was like from a woman's perspective, and it's very personal. But obviously geared towards our generation, so people don't understand. But I put this in there because it's important to me, and I think it's going to be important to you. Is that just get your hair taken care of before you go. Their strategy, and I did a keratin treatment before I left. Listen, for people who have frizzy hair, just do it because you're gonna have dust in it. It's just gonna be a hot mess, and you never know when you're gonna shower. So that's like another thing. So just like get this stuff done, okay? But these are like really practical. If somebody had told me to do this beforehand, I would have been much better off. Okay, what to bring? This is a very long list. I have created this little bag, which is actually has a lot of these things in it. So Nan, you can pull things out. You'll be my Vanna White here.
Tote-like purse.
Yeah, so it's kind of a tote-like purse. It's not the right kind because it doesn't have zippers. You don't want any holes in it. People still steal things. Things fall out. So that's one thing.
They can snatch it.
They can't. Yeah, toilet paper. Bring your own. Flatten that roll. Okay. Wait, no, this is like from my bag to Bangladesh. Like, is this RBG? Yes, that's for RBG. But you know, she didn't deserve that. But still.
What is that?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That's separate. Bring a backpack that can fit a person size. So you want a big enough backpack where you can actually, if you need to consolidate, because some of the trains were really sticklers about how many pieces of luggage you could bring. It's not like back in the day you could bring whatever you want. Like they were like 2 pieces, and they like meant 2 pieces. Like people are enforcing rules now. That didn't happen before, but now rules matter. So get a backpack where you can put the purse inside and then just zip it up as 1 piece, okay? Neck pillow, I have binoculars if you're going touring with the mountains or the tigers or whatever. I don't have this, but a mortuary and hooks. There are some places you'll go that don't have the mosquito net, but there are still a million mosquitoes. So if you bring your own that you wrap tightly enough, and a small thing and some hooks that you can stick on, it will serve you well, I promise you. DEET. Bring DEET. Small bottles, bigger bottles. This is like just because for you know the mosquitoes and stuff. Also the point converters, so a lot of the outlets are different. So if you don't have like an international converter, they have these 2-point converters that are very common, but yeah. Mina Mommy brought some and she saved us because everybody lost their, we couldn't plug in our phones, like she's the only one who had them. She brought like 3 or 4 of them, so it was good. I said a ShamWow or a Gumsaba, so it's just like some thin, like it's a towel. Basically think of a towel, but just like a sheet, because you're not gonna have towels everywhere. So you just bring your own, and just something really thin that can dry fast, okay?
Gamsa.
Yeah.
Gamsa.
Yeah. A mini collapsible hair dryer, so like something like this. I don't know when this existed. Maybe this is from the 80s. It's so tiny. It's so perfect. We used this a lot.
ও আমার হেয়ার ড্রাই করে দিছে এটা দিয়া
Yeah, we did dry your hair.
দার্জিলিংয়ে
I remember it was so cold in Darjeeling when we almost froze to death.
What?
Like we had to, we took a shower and like we were all like it was not
অনেক কোল্ড
it was
আমার কাছে
but
লাগছে
it was like in the mountains. Like it was like, I mean, I think it was snowing. I think it was, and we didn't have heat in the hotel. And so I plugged this in because me and Mommy had a point converter. I plugged this in and I dried your mom's hair.
আমার হেয়ার
That was a heat source?
Yeah.
The hair dryer was
Yeah.
a heat source.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm telling you, things. It's kind of like camping. It's like going camping. But,
Camping.
collapsible water bottle. So just have your own water bottle with you like that, something like that, where you can just squish it down. Everything collapsible.
এটা তো দেখি না এটা তো মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্ট
Yeah, so you can squish it down so that you know when you go through airport. Yeah, you can.
দেখো একদম ছোট করে দিতে
ছোট করা যায় বাস এয়ারপোর্টে গিয়ে জল ভরবা এটারে ফুলায় দিবা আবারটা
আবার ছোট করবা
আবার ছোট ইটস ভেরি নাইস আই লাইক দিস
Hygiene, just like mini travel sets, so like things like this. So I put toothpaste, toothbrush, I have face stuff, I have like my entire makeup set. If you guys are gonna have makeup, there's these little stacks, contacts and stuff like that. Plastic bags for clothes and trash. Spray hand sanitizer. Don't bring the one where you can squirt it.
Why? Why is that?
Because there are times where you're gonna need to use hand sanitizer fast. Okay, and if you're in here and you're like squish squish, spray is just faster. It's faster and it covers a wider surface area.
Like, what's an example of when you need to use it really fast?
So when you're like on the side of a road and you don't want to touch too many, you have to go in your pocket. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just wait. Ah, hold on. All right. Let me go here. Okay. I'm gonna make this faster because this is like a long story. But detergent and fabric softener. Yeah. So what I did here was, I'm just gonna show you guys. So I brought these little sheets. You can get these on Amazon. They're like laundry detergent and fabric softener detergent sheets. You rip it, so it's very eco-friendly because it's flat. You just mix it with water. You wash your clothes, you know, all that stuff. I also brought like solid conditioner and shampoo because you don't want to bring bottles, you don't want to bring liquid, you just want to bring something that's condensed. So this is kind of like a little challenge. For ladies, you know, that's that. But biodegradable toilet paper, deodorant, perfume, nail cutters, bring all of that. Medications, antibiotics. We brought a ton of antibiotics. Guess what? They came in handy because we all had to take them. We all got sick.
Really?
Everybody
I
got
took
sick.
a lot of antibiotics.
You took Anna's, you took Anna's, you took
Hey, whose
everybody.
benefit is this?
Oh yeah, I brought
সবার অ্যান্টিবায়োটিক শেষ হয়ে গেছে সবাই এত খাইছে না
yeah.
ইভেন একদম
Yeah, but we have it just in case. We had it.
শুধু কাহিনী নলকে ছিল না
We brought it at the end just in case because we didn't know, you know. Tylenol, ibuprofen, Zofran. I think I repeated Zofran, NyQuil, Dayquil. Just stuff. If you're constipated, please bring this. This is all, yeah, magnesium. Because like sometimes people got cramps. That was really common. So we were like, maybe it's magnesium. We don't know, but it helped. It helped. So meds. Technology, download WhatsApp, external hotspot device, travel laptop. So what does this mean? Maybe you have an old laptop at home that you're like, I am not using this laptop. It's like in a box somewhere on a desk and nobody's using it. You might want to boot it up, see if it works, you know, try to clear it out. And if you need to bring it, I wouldn't bring something that was more expensive. Karen Mama did. You also brought your laptop, so it was fine. But there were times where I was like, I don't know. So it's up to you. You can bring your own laptop or you don't have to. But clothes, salwars for city and travel. Sorry, we're kind of going to go over this in a little bit. For women, this is mostly geared towards the women, but if you're going to pack lightly and not bring many things, a black petticoat. That's all you need. You don't need anything else, just one black petticoat. Yeah, right? Because we were like traveling and we were just bringing too much stuff, and then we're like, we don't need all this stuff. So one black petticoat, that's it. You bring a blouse, gold, red, black. You don't need anything else because it's going to go with everything that they're going to give you. Because by the
black
way,
red and golden
that's all you need. That's what we decided, right? Yeah. So, and the thing is, like, you're gonna get so many sharis. You don't really have to bring shari. I mean, you bring a few, one, maybe two, but
Yes.
you're gonna be given so many gifts and all this stuff. Like, it's another point. And long sleeves, so it's actually a lot colder than you think. So bring like undergarments and also a light compressible jacket. You know those puff ones, Ma? Like we have. Anything that can be squished down to like nothing, you know, like it has like a hood and it wraps up, so stuff like that. That's what to bring. That's a lot. What to wear, kind of already went over it. Salwars, shirt and pant when you're traveling and in the city. By the way, in Bangladesh, they don't, in Dhaka, they don't wear sharis anymore.
But do they wear salwars?
Yeah, sometimes,
shirt
Yeah, but like, if you wear a shari in Dhaka, people are like, look at you funny.
yes just I want to tell you
Really?
এখন উল্টা হয়ে গেছে আগে সালোয়ার কামিজ পরলে মানুষের তাকায় থাকতো এখন শাড়ি পরলে মা কে এইটা শাড়ি পরে যেতেছে মানে উল্টা মানে মেন্টালিটি এবং
It's more like working women, it's more modernized, and so like a shari is really seen as something you wear in a city to like a formal occasion.
formal occasion
But besides that, daily, no.
no daily nobody
However, that changes when you go into the countryside, when you go into the village, the gram, you know, like you will have to wear sharis. And the other thing is, especially in rural Bangladesh, if you wear a shari, one thing that I learned was that you want to wear an anchal like over your head. And the reason for that is because it's a little bit more religious now, and you know, it's like Bangladesh is a majority Muslim country, and so like if you are not wearing an anchal, it like you stand out a lot more directly. So just put it over your head. Just put it over your head. No big deal. I actually had to do that. We were on the side of the road.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we were on the side of the road, and we stopped, and the only bathroom available was at a mosque. And so I stepped out, and I didn't have anything over my head, and so then I just kind of like read the room, and I was like, "Boop," and I just like put it over my head, and I was just like waiting there until like I used the restroom. But like, you know, you want to make sure you're following the customs of the local area, because you know.
Right. So anybody has any question?
Yeah.
Now you can ask some question and answer.
Almost.
Okay.
Long sleeves, dresses, blouses, I kind of mentioned that it's a lot colder, and then layers, so chadors, anything that's like really thin and long that you can wrap, take that with you because it's compressible, it's foldable, it doesn't take up a lot of space when you're going there, but when you need it, you're gonna need it. Also bring a tupee, because we all need a tupee. Okay, what to eat?
That's important.
Do not eat street food. I said, I'm just gonna eat street food, because why not? So I ate this with, who did I eat it? With Babanti. Me and Babanti went and ate this. I had terrible stomach aches for the next day. Yeah.
Was there dairy?
No. This was just like pani puri, so it's like water. Do you see the water?
Pani puri.
So I just risked it and I suffered. So don't do that. Only bottled water. Don't eat raw or cold things. This will keep you alive, okay? You're gonna eat a lot of fish, so if you're not used to taking out bones, like practice beforehand, or become a vegetarian for the trip. You know, I don't think you want to be a vegetarian, but you will. Look at this fish. It's so amazing. It's this English fish. Yes. Yep, it's from the Hillshed restaurant. And then, if you prefer to eat with forks and knives, then just bring your own very small set that again is compressible, that you can use almost like, you know, if you have like a Swiss Army knife that has like the little fork and stuff, bring that with you, because especially when you go into like the village areas, they're not gonna have it. They're not gonna have it. There's a spoon, maybe.
Did
Who
you
knows?
find like you're able to wash your hands before and after the meal easily, or?
Yes, that you could do, but like I said, there's like different things that I kind of brought along with me. So like, I had, where's the soap at? Oh yeah, so I had like my own little soap. You don't have to bring this. This was a little bit larger, but I had like a little soap with me. Sometimes with those sheets, you can find like little soap sheets.
Yeah, I see those.
Yeah, so anything that's like small and in a sheet and not liquid, bring that. Is kind of my recommendation. And then what to keep in mind, this is the last slide, but so pranam. I didn't know this, but because I think I had just thought for like maybe Muslims or Christians, you don't do pranam. Actually, in Bangladesh, everybody wants you to pranam. Muslim, Christian, Hindu, it doesn't matter. So it's like everybody wants you to pranam. So pranam. Yeah, I was shocked.
Bhakti.
Okay.
Yeah. This is our culture. Yeah.
Right.
Bangladesh and India.
I thought it was a religious thing. I didn't think it was a cultural thing.
This is cultural.
They like touch their feet. This is like a sign of respect. So
Actually, I thought it was eldest, but then like, remember Daddy's family?
Yeah,
I don't
everybody.
know. Maybe. But so do it and just do it often, because here's the thing: there's so many relatives there. We're not gonna know everybody. We're gonna forget people. We're like, who are you again? How are we related? Just pranam to everybody who you think it's appropriate to, because even if you make a mistake and they're younger or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's fine, because they'll be like, oh, you're from America. It's fine. Okay. Use Wi-Fi when you can. So you're not gonna have it often. Use it to upload your pictures and whatever, but like, don't miss an opportunity to use it, because like, it's not gonna always be there. So I always, whenever I had Wi-Fi, I communicated on the Facebook group that we were all keeping in contact with, and I tried to upload pictures. So, bathe when you can. Okay. Even if you are dead tired, just ask for some goram jol. Okay? This is important. Guys, this is gonna save you a lot of time for your child. Hand wash your undergarments while you're also in the shower. Because why? It's gonna take like a couple hours to dry. You're gonna stay in one place for a couple hours, but there's no washing machine. Your clothes are gonna get dirty. If you don't want to bring a million clothes, which you don't, because the weight is it's not. You just wash it. So anytime I went to the shower, I brought this little pack. I had my solid shampoo, my solid conditioner, I had my soap, and then I had these laundry detergent sheets. So I would wash my clothes in the shower. I'd be like, shower and then wash my clothes and then hang them. And then they would be dry by the next day. Good, done. We're good to go. You know? But if I didn't do that, I would run out of underwear real fast. So we don't want to do that. This is true. No, I'm telling you, this is practical. This is very practical.
This is very practical presentation. Very practical.
Yeah, everything's gone. Yeah. Also, for ladies, just make sure you condition your hair. Don't skip it, because with the dust, if you don't condition your hair, it just becomes a giant knot on top of your head. Okay. Gift giving and receiving. So, like I said, when you're there, you can actually spend, like, say you're going to somebody's house, relative, you want to get them something. Go to the market right before you go to their house. There will be a market nearby. There's always a market nearby. Buy the gifts there. It's actually okay to give it in the, which I didn't realize this, because, you know, we think of like, oh, we need to put it in a gift bag or stuff like. Actually, the sari bag that they bring like from the store, people actually prefer to just have it handed to them that way, which I didn't recognize, but it's okay. So as long as you put your little card in there, boom, that's okay. And the other thing is, you're gonna get so many sharis. Whenever I got a shari, that day, I just put it on. Because you're gonna go meet with them later in the day for dinner. When they see you wearing the shari they gave you, everybody feels
Very
so much.
happy.
They're very happy, and so I was like, yeah, of course. And now I'm gonna wear a shari. It's
And
like,
she
great.
did it.
I did.
She did it.
Every single time. I was like,
every
I just
time.
as soon as I got it, I was like, let me go to the bathroom. So
Good.
So that was, I think, something important to share. And then the other thing is have something to share. So there's going to be a lot of storytelling. There's going to be a lot of poetry reading, a lot of playing the harmonium, singing, like, you know, it's what happens. And I was not prepared for this, okay?
But she was singing.
So, okay, I sang one time at a puja like 2 years ago, and I sang this song from Hamilton.
Hamilton, yeah.
Hamilton? Yes, from Hamilton. Like you know the King George, like the comedic parts.
The funny one?
Yeah, so I sang that, and then Kieran Mama put me on the spot in the conference room with like 55 of our extended relatives, and he's like, "Okay, go sing." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And so like I sang it for like, I don't know how it sounded.
But you did the same thing on Srimangal too.
Yeah, I did, because you made me. but so to just like have a poem, I don't know, just read a poem. But just like that'll be your thing. Just stick to the thing, and you'll be fine. So, and that's it. That's the end. I don't even have a last slide.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. That's a good, very. So this is good and practical presentation, and we will keep it. And I recorded it. I'll post it. Okay.